Hello ladies and gentlemen, Holotide here, and is this the Halo Infinite is over party? It certainly kind of seems that way. Over the weekend, the HCS team came out with an update for the future of the HCS side of things with Halo Infinite. So as we all know, the Halo World Championship will be on October 24th through the 26th, and after that, the HCS will be retiring Halo Infinite from official HCS competition. Now, that means they will still support Halo Infinite and the tournament scene in 2026, and I'm going to give my thoughts about that later on in the video. I'm going to do a little bit of a prediction kind of thing. But then they say HCS will be moving on from Halo Infinite for official competition following this year's Halo World Championship. They say as the studio continues to shift more and more towards the next era of Halo, we feel like this is the right time to move on from Halo Infinite. Now, at the end of the update, they have a what's next. They say, looking forward to 2026, while the studio is fully focused on the future of Halo, you can expect there to be more online and on-land competition for Halo Infinite. They say they will be supporting events with prizing and player travel, and that they will still offer some light competition. They say, let's not forget that 2026 is Halo's 25th anniversary, and we plan to celebrate the occasion in style with the whole community. Stay tuned to the Halo World Championship this year, where they're going to share the initial details of what's to come. Then they say, when will the official HCS competition return? And that's not going to be in 2026. So, there's a lot going on in that statement, a lot of things to read into. I did see some tweets online. People were saying that Halo Studios is off to a bad start because there's no new multiplayer releasing in 2026. And I think that they were reading into a lot of things in a different way than I did. So my first response was like, man, that stinks. I love watching HCS stuff. I think that the HCS is an important part of Halo. The fact that there are like no other esports really where there's like, an open bracket pool kind of thing and everybody's hanging out and stuff. I feel like it is a huge opportunity for Halo fans to gather. I know a lot of people hate on competitive Halo, and they ask if it's that important or is it really that big of a loss, and it is. There are people who continue to stay involved with Halo solely because of HCS competitions, and I think that means something. But while others saw this as being a poor start, I almost saw it as an indication of how the studio is focusing on Halo going forward. They're not just announcing things prematurely. They're not promising to come out with a multiplayer side of things if it's not ready. They don't want to half-bake something. I don't think there's been enough time for them to go through all the changes that the studio's gone through and lose all the people and have all the changes in leadership and all that stuff for them to just ship out a new multiplayer experience that's full-fledged. So I would think that people would be more happy about that than I guess they are, but that's just my opinion. Now, they say that they're going to continue supporting the scene. I think that means like LVT and stuff like that. There's going to be more of a focus on those type of tournaments, those types of online type of tournaments for people. I don't think that these new organizations would be joining Halo and having a team if they weren't being told what the future is, I guess. Now, obviously, they've talked about you need to look forward to Worlds and stuff like that, and they reiterate that again in this update. And that the fact that 2026 is Halo's 25th anniversary and we plan to celebrate the occasion in style, there's so many breadcrumbs in this update that while I am disappointed that they had to come out and say there's no more Halo Infinite HCS stuff, I still think that we're going to get things next year. I think they're going to announce, with the CE remake and maybe announce the standalone multiplayer game, and I think hopefully, honestly, maybe that's going to come out at the end of 2026, like the last part of it, maybe October and stuff too. And then 2027 is the startup of that season of HCS. That's just my personal opinion, my personal hope. That's what I would be shooting for. Give a couple months of people playing the game, get feedback and everything, and then as you go into the next season, the new year, you've kind of fine-tuned the game and then go from there. I do think that not having that momentum going into the new game kind of stinks. Like having a final year of Halo Infinite and then going into the next game kind of stinks. I think about what we went through with Halo 5 and like, does this mean that we're gonna have like LANs of Halo 3 again, or, you know, online tournaments for Halo 3 and stuff like that? Are we going back to MCC? You know, I'm not gonna lie, I've been itching to play some Halo 3 again, so maybe we'll hop on that. Truth be told, we just gotta wait till October. There's a lot of speculation going on, a lot of people reporting things and stuff like that, so we're gonna see. Now, before I end the video, I want to ask how you all feel, and if you didn't check out my latest video about the Y2K aesthetic that Halo Combat Evolved had, and how if there is a remake of that game coming out, they need to honor that, please check the description and the related video for that, because I worked kind of hard on it, and it's a different type of video, and I really want to see it do well, and it would mean the world to me if you would check it out. Make sure you leave a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys around the ring.